Carrey, the immortal Jim Carrey. How are you, man?
Thank you. Very good to see you.
Are you Detective Pikachu?
He does look like a Pokemon. Pika Pika.
Amigos de Combo, bienvenidos. Sí, me encuentro desde esta fría Inglaterra, aquí en Londres, donde platicaremos con el elenco de Sonic 3, la nueva película de este erizo azul que llegará a los cines en vísperas navideñas. Vamos a platicar con el elenco y además decirte lo bueno, lo malo y lo raro para que sepas qué esperarte sobre esta cinta. Así que acompáñame con esta platiquita de uno de los estrenos más esperados del 2024. Y también estamos con la voz en inglés, la original de Sonic. Ben, how are you?
I knew that whole sentence. I'm trying to see how much Spanish I know. I really failed in the last one. I'm very well. How are you?
How's your Spanish?
Very poor. Very. I knew that sentence, but I don't know how much I can do.
Do you want to make the voice over for in Mexico, Latin America?
Oh, who does? Do you know who does the voice in Mexico?
Yes.
Who is it?
It's the one of the biggest YouTubers in Mexico.
Really?
In Latin America, Luisito.
Oh, I just met the gentleman who does it in Portuguese in Brazil, and he was amazing. And he does. It's so funny because I'll meet these people, and they do my voice in a lot of different things. So they've sang different characters.
Yes.
It's awesome. Yeah. I can't wait to meet him.
Bueno, pues ¿qué les cuento? Sonic está en la Tierra, es la tercera aventura que veremos de este erizo justamente en la pantalla grande, donde se ha estado acumulando amigos en el camino. Está Tails, está Knuckles y obviamente la familia adoptiva que tiene de humanos. Ellos han sorteado a su enemigo Robotnik, que irónicamente estará de regreso en esta cinta para ser una especie de aliado o no de esta familia tan peculiar. Pero no va a ser tan fácil porque le van a hacer frente a alguien que no creían que pudiera existir. Un ser tal vez más rápido y más poderoso que el mismísimo Sonic. Ahí es donde entra Shadow, el antagonista de esta historia. ¿Podrán unir fuerzas para hacerle frente a un enemigo tan poderoso? Bueno, pues ya lo veremos porque él quiere venganza. Ya sabrán dentro del desarrollo de la película qué es lo que le pasó, pero tiene mucho coraje, tiene mucho odio y ya veremos si la familia y el planeta Tierra sale bien librado.
We need your help.
On one condition.
Welcome to the Sonic family.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel to be part of this franchise that everybody loves and everybody is very passionate about every single detail?
It does seem like the fan base is rabid and every little thing could be a spoiler. Everything's been really like locked down with anything that we could say before, obviously, the premiere. And I'm so excited to join a franchise that has that kind of rabid fan base.
And you know them.
Oh yeah, no, I would call them passionate. Very passionate. They have strong opinions. But no, to me, it's an honor. Like, you know, to be entrusted with this beautiful little character is, it's an honor. I feel very lucky.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
No, no!
Lo raro, a mí no me deja de sorprender como una película tan hateada, y se lo dije a los actores y algunos lo tomaron pues como una realidad y otros hasta se les asusta un poco la palabra hate, la palabra odio, pero un personaje tan mal recibido de primera instancia, ¿cómo se convirtió en uno de los personajes más queridos de toda esta nueva era cinematográfica de adaptación de los videojuegos? Además, simplemente por eso, es bien difícil adaptar con éxito una franquicia de videojuegos a el live action o al mundo cinematográfico. Aquí lo lograron, no solamente lo lograron, sino además le dieron la vuelta a todo lo malo que se escuchaba acerca de la película, acerca específicamente del diseño de Sonic y de lo que iban a hacer estos muchachos con un personaje de este tamaño. This has been a very good journey, right? Since the first thing that we saw about Sonic that everybody hates, and now it's a universe that everybody loves.
It's been an incredible journey, but I'm so happy and excited to be here.
I think I love that. I think that when the first trailer came out, what we realized was how big of a thing this could be and how many passionate fans we have. And I think we wanted to make them feel loved and we wanted to make them feel heard. And the idea that Paramount would put in the money and time to change it. I mean, it's crazy. We're doing it for Sonic 3 right now. None of this would have happened unless we adjusted that trailer and listened to the fans. So I really feel like the fans are a part of this franchise in a very big way, more so than in any movie than I know.
What is the most difficult thing? To change that mind, or now to put something more level, more exciting to the people?
I mean, just the challenge of these movies as they, from one movie to the next, they continue to get bigger, the cast continues to grow, but it's also the best and most exciting challenge to have, where it's like you are able, we're given the opportunity to tell stories at this level, and for the big screen. I mean, this movie is huge. It has so much spectacle. It's the biggest action, the biggest VFX we've ever done, and so I just feel so fortunate to have that opportunity, and yeah, I just can't wait for fans to see it.
Project Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered. Shadow's story began a lot like yours, Sonic.
Yeah, I think you receive more feedback than everybody
We get a lot
else,
of feedback.
right?
We get a lot of feedback, but now it's positive feedback, so I'm all over it. I'm into it.
Did you read all that kind of things and you pass to the studio or to the director?
I do. I don't read everything, but I will say when I see, like, when a trailer comes out, I love watching the reactions to trailers. You know, when people like watching it, they go crazy. I'll send those immediately to the director or to Marsden or someone like that, just because I love to share. It's like a family, so we like love to share with each other. I don't read all of them. I think it would make me go bananas, but whenever I get a chance to read some, I love it.
If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it.
I need room.
That's a good feeling. It's a good feeling because we're here 3 movies in now and celebrating all these new characters and the history of Sonic and everything. And yeah, it was a tricky start, right? Getting it all right because you can't please everybody. But we listened to the fans and reworked the character, and now we're sort of off to the races.
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super... Knuckles, do you mind?
Oh, excuse me.
When you look back on this story, how do you feel?
Oh, just pride. I mean, just an immense sense of just pride and enthusiasm and excitement. I mean, just for everyone involved in these films. I mean, to be here in this 3rd film and have it be so big and to be expanding the world and bringing in new characters and new actors like Keanu Reeves. I mean, it honestly is incredible. If you'd told me 5 years ago that this is where we'd be, I mean, I'm not sure I would have believed you, but it's amazing to be here.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but you didn't change who you are in here.
Yeah, in my lungs.
Or your heart.
Lo bueno, híjole, además de la animación, que ya sabemos que esta historia en donde justamente hubo mucho hate, hubo muchas personas en contra del diseño que le habían hecho a Sonic, pues después de eso recapitularon, hicieron equipo y lograron hacer un diseño bastante chido que a la gente le gustó, tanto de Sonic como de los demás personajes que le siguieron. Me gustan los efectos especiales y el tipo de personaje que vemos interactuando. Sabemos que es CGI, sabemos que es generado por computador, pero están interactuando todo el tiempo con su entorno en la vida real. Eso está cool. Pero ahora uno que se ha metido con todo en el gusto de la gente es Robotnik. Sí, el enemigo a vencer. Lo hemos visto en la serie animada, lo hemos visto obviamente en los videojuegos, pero lo que interpreta Jim Carrey no lo tiene en ninguna versión que hayamos visto anteriormente. El trabajo que hace histriónico, el trabajo que hace de comedia, las caras, los movimientos, absolutamente todo lo que Jim Carrey hace a cámara en esta película es formidable. De eso más platiqué justamente con Jim. Y esto fue lo que me dijo. You make two characters now.
Yes.
How was the difference? How did you make the difference between both?
Well, I think that they're cut from the same cloth, you know, but they do have different personalities, different vocal ranges, and different ways of moving, and so that was fun to concentrate on. But you know, they're basically the same bloodline. You know, Gerald is the rock that Ivo crawled out from under.
Bueno, buenísimo Jim Carrey, y además, como lo escucharon, hace 2 personajes, tanto Robotnik como su abuelo. Entonces, bueno, ahí le mete también a la caracterización, que no lo desconoce en absoluto. Entonces, me gustó muchísimo el trabajo que hizo Jim Carrey, como siempre, en toda su carrera, en todas sus películas, y sobre todo en esta, que le da ese toque de emoción, obviamente aunado a un guión bastante entretenido para toda la familia. I saw your work in movies, of course, and in stand-up when you were younger. And every single time you make this performance with your face and with your body, and it's the same thing a lot of decades ago than now, that you put a lot of dancing and moving. How do you prepare for that?
A lot of pain medication. No. It is amazing because I find myself to this day when I'm doing the action sequence where I'm playing a praying mantis and a scorpion for 3 days straight with a 50-pound suit on, and I sit back and I go, how am I still doing this? How is this happening? And I'm my own worst enemy because I make the stuff up, you know. So I'm blessed to be able to still do it.
And a very good dancer.
Oh, I don't know about that. But, Anthony and Charlie Bartley did a lot of the heavy lifting on that dance routine. So I pulled a muscle or two.
Oh, that actually is real scary. Trick shot.
What do you feel with Tails? It's a unique character. And
Yeah.
he has a lot of heart, right?
He does, and he's so earnest, and he's loyal, and he's just so sweet. I just love everything about him. But that they trust me with him, and for so long, I've gotten to voice him for 10 years now, and it's a beautiful thing.
Start with the giant fireball?
I love it. Let's start with a giant fireball.
This movie, it's about Sonic or about Robotnik?
Well, it's all about Robotnik, of course. He's the focus of his own little world. But yeah, I mean, the wonderful thing about this is that there's so many focuses in this film. There's so many people, there's so many characters, and everyone's played brilliantly by this stellar cast. I mean, now we have Keanu Reeves doing Shadow, which is amazing because he is the man that every man aspires to be.
Yeah.
He's really fun, super nice guy, and he did a great job.
It's time, Shadow. Finally, we will have our revenge.
What about you? We used to watch you in the latest years like a hero.
Yeah.
But now you are kind of villain.
I love it. It's always nice to be a little bit bad. Even when I'm good, I'm a little bit bad.
Yeah, I know. So what do you put in this character?
It was really fun to get to do stunts, which I haven't done really since Jessica Jones. Get on the wire again, and the stunt team on this movie was like top of the game, and that was really, really fun for me. And they were excited to have me because they knew I had experience, and I was like, let's get in there. So I got to be on the wire and up really high and doing flips and floating around. It was really cool.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need you-know-who.
This is a bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
What's the process with you in the movie? You just in the voiceover thing in another place?
That's exactly right.
Or you are in the set?
They'd never let me go on set. I've never been. One time. But I never get to act with the actors. I do the script to nothing, and then I get the footage, and then I do the script to the actual screen. And then I'm improvising and doing my lines to the actual footage that they're going to use in the movie. And that's where I can go nuts because I can do 1,000 different takes, and they just pick the best one.
How does that feel? Because you are in another place.
I know. It's crazy because it feels so... It's literally like this. It'd be a room smaller than this. You'd be Jeff Fowler, and I'm just doing the lines into a microphone. And it doesn't feel like what I'm making is going to be possibly one of the biggest movies that weekend, you know what I mean? It feels like I'm just making something with my friends. And then we go to the premiere yesterday in London, and it's crazy. And Leicester Square is closed down, and Keanu's there, and Idris is there, and Jim is there. It's just... It's bananas how big this is, because when we do it, it feels so small, and I think that's what makes it feel special, because we get to put our heart into it in comedy to not really think about it, and then all of a sudden, like, woo, stuff like that.
Here we go. Showtime.
What is this den of madness?
You have a very different experience because you are on the set acting with some creatures that it's not there, and you are just with the microphone, right?
Yep.
How
All
does
by
that
myself.
works for you?
I mean, you have to really, I can't speak for Colleen, but you have to really, suspend your own belief because you're often acting with a tennis ball or a C-stand with an X on it because Sonic's not real. So they put him in after. So it's a fun little skill you have to tap into.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I'm always alone in a windowless room, so there's a lot of, you have to conjure the whole environment for yourself. Like you have to put yourself into it, but just with your imagination, because there's nothing else there but the microphone. So, and what helps so much is the brilliant writing and the direction. And so when they paint a picture for you, it makes my job that much easier because I can just step into that world because they've, you know, illustrated it for me so beautifully. So.
Doctor! We have visitors.
And you as new characters in this universe, how do you fit in? How do you feel with all the energy of the fans?
I think we're excited. I mean, we have now Shadow who has come into this world, and he, you know, he can control chaos energy, and he's more powerful than a lot of our little friendly creatures that we have in it already. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Wachowskis have to come in and try to help, and also how Sonic is put in this new place as kind of a leader and harnessing that energy that he has. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time.
Tom, Maddie, we need your help on a super dangerous top secret mission.
We're in.
It's the same name, but in the three movies, it's very different. It has an evolution.
Yes.
Every single time.
It does. It's growing in a really cool way, and it's just, I think, a really wonderful way to do the superhero genre in a different kind of sense. And it kind of has a heart. That's what drew me to it in the first place. You know, obviously the fact that I play a super genius is a very welcome. But also just, you know, I put the script down and I went, you know, I had people in my life going, Hedgehog movie? I don't know, man. And I went, I don't know, there's something good about the heart of this movie.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and so I think it was a good move.
What good is a dastardly plot if you can't conspire with family?
There's 2 Eggmen now?
Of course, Sonic is the main character, but Robotnik with Jim Carrey, it has to be a crazy thing to direct, right? How does that work?
I mean, to be on a third film with Jim and just to have our relationship just continue to evolve and just me appreciate what he does with every film we do. It's just, he works so hard, he cares so much about the fans and about the audiences, and he wants to deliver. He wants to give them a great performance, and he's done not only 1 but 2 performances in this film. He's working harder than he ever has, and I think it's a real testament to how much he loves playing this character, how much he really loves these movies and what they do for families and for kids and audiences, which is the same way we all feel.
Where you found family and friends, Shadow found only pain and loss.
A lot of generations we grow with you, and now there's a lot of kids that now know your work, and everybody is very excited about your performance.
Yeah,
how do you feel with this?
I've been so lucky in this world, you know, and it's one of the rockets of desire I put into the world. When I was dreaming up my life, I thought to myself, I'd love to have the kind of parts that introduce themselves to new generations of kids every few years, you know, something, you know, somebody who's 40 or 50 grew up with me and saw some things happen, and then they want to bring their kids to see me do something, you know, and I'm super lucky that way. And this movie's amazing on so many fronts that way, because not only are there people that grew up with me and new kids that are wanting to see what I'm doing, but there are people that grew up with the game and who want to introduce their kids to the game and to the character Sonic, you know, so it's really kind of cool.
Double your villains, double your fun.
Any last words?
Nice magic marble, real scary.
Sin embargo, también hay que hablar de lo malo. Si tengo que decir algo que no me gustó acerca de la cinta, es que finalmente muchos de los personajes, fuera obviamente de los personajes animados y de Robotnik, los personajes humanos están muchas veces metidos un poco a la fuerza. Obviamente toda la acción, el peligro, los héroes y todo lo que realmente importa está justamente metido en las acciones de estos personajes generados por computadora, y todo lo demás que lo rodea, todo esto que han construido de la familia, de los padres, digamos que adoptivos terrestres que tiene Sonic, y demás, de repente lo siento muy metido a la fuerza. Obviamente es una película para toda la familia, pero pues estos humanos no tienen ningún superpoder. Sin embargo, les ayudan a los protagonistas a lograr su cometido, a tratar de salvar el mundo. Eso es un poco un absurdo. Entiendo que es parte del universo que han estado creando, pero no deja de sentirse en cada película eso, como muy metidos a la fuerza en el guión. Hay veces que es justificable que estén en familia, reunidos y tengan como problemas entre ellos, pero aquí los meten con calzador. En la segunda película le hicieron como una historia alternativa a los humanos para que se desarrollara paralelamente a lo que estaba pasando con Sonic. En esta ocasión se centran mucho más en el erizo, pero de todos modos terminan tratando de incluirlos a como dé lugar.
There's a lot of powerful characters, and you are just humans, but you are
just humans.
Kind of parents. Everybody go back to
their parents,
to the basics, to help.
We have
I like to think
superpowers.
that he can't be truly who he is without us, and maybe we couldn't be fully who we are without him, and that's kind of family, I guess. You know, we're a grounding force for our little hedgehog friend. Because he can be a bit of a liability sometimes.
A bit?
Yeah, and but yeah, we're also kind of get into the fray with him a bit this time around too. So, but yes, the first movie was more of a kind of road trip buddy comedy, and it evolved into this new dynamic where Maddie and Tom are more parental figures for him.
Which only means that people are excited, you know, they want more. So, you know, the fans keep showing up, we keep showing up, and hopefully we get to make more of these, or, you know, we'll see what happens. But that means they're just excited when they have opinions.
It's a good indication that they care a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of passion for the
universe.
For the universe of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
All right, boys, try and keep up.
Come on, Granddaddy-O. We've got dirt to do.
What's the next to expand in the universe of the cinematic universe or in the TV series?
Right now, I'm just excited to share this movie with everyone, and then once the dust settles from that, I think we can take a look at what's next. But it's all exciting. I mean, there's so many amazing directions things could go, and yeah, I can't wait to get into all of it.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
Do you want to expand more?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. We were gonna stop at 3 children. I mean, not movies. Continue with the movies. 3 hedgehog echidna are enough. But,
maybe Shadow could be your new son.
He needs to change his attitude.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lo lograron, la gente está encantada. Toda una nueva generación ha revisitado justamente este universo que comenzó en la consola de Sega. Y hoy, a pesar de que hayas jugado o no el videojuego, a pesar de que hayas visto las series animadas o te sean ajenas, no importa, ya conocen quién es Sonic, no importa, ya saben quién es este erizo, ya están esperando la película y ya vamos en la trilogía, pero estoy seguro que les da para hacer 4, 5, 6 y 7 películas sin ningún problema, y la gente, la fanaticada, las nuevas generaciones la van a ir a ver. Yo soy Alex Montiel, espero que les haya gustado este video desde Londres y todas las entrevistas que tuve. Este es de los últimos videos del año. Quiero agradecerte por todas las veces que le has dado play a los videos durante, como 14 años ya que llevamos en esto. Así que muchas gracias, muchachos. Nos vemos en el 2025 porque va a haber muchas películas, muchos estrenos, muchas pláticas, entrevistas y coberturas especiales. Yo soy Alex Montiel, pásenla chido, suscríbanse y nos vemos en el cine. Bye.
This ends now.